Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video.
Hi, this is Paul's sister. Sebastian's sister, could you call? I was at work today. Could you call me back, please?
Yes, Buju Banton, every time you hear that voice, man, it's supposed to shake your conscience. Yeah, man, remember that voice? Yeah, man, that woman. Yes, the woman that you're hearing. That is Sebastian's sister. The same woman, when you start traveling, you and Sebastian on tour and used to stay at our house. That's her brother. Yeah, man, Paul Sebastian Hutchinson, that you allegedly hired man to kill Gilly Priest and his son to kill. Yes, that's the same woman that you hear. That's her voice that you hear in pain because of what you have allegedly to have done. And I know that even Shaggy, yeah man, Shaggy, yes, one of our international renowned artists who has the same connection as you to Donald Zeke Sips. You know, even he knew about the killing of Sebastian, as you have heard in part 2. Your conscience, you didn't even have the decency after you killed the man. Just be like an hypocrite, but to even offer your condolences, but because you know that you are the one who was behind it, the one that's calling all the shots. That's why he could not even call to let them know that yes, the job was finally done and you have finally get rid of Paul because he was annoying because he wanted what was owed to him. But remember that in a Buju, no sins go unpunished. No matter a man gain the world and lose his soul. And all of these people that you have hurt along the way, all of these bodies that you have dropped. And based on your behavior and your demeanor, you can see that you were never a peaceful person. Yes, never. And so far, the only person that have able to survive, two person who have able to survive you, it's Lana and Bounty Killer. The others, you was able to get your way with them, like Terror Fabulous and others that you are able to destroy them mentally with season spliff. So all of you licky men who love to this ganja and love big man draw and light man ganja, all kind of things will happen to you. So this is part 3. So I want you to listen to what Sebastian's sister, the one that he shares all of these intimate things that happened to him with you along the way. So to all our members of the Patreon squad and members of the Jamaica Young Police team, you watch, you listen, you decide.
When Buju was nobody and I go home and I carry home shirts for Paul, sometimes you see, I know what I buy for my brother. Mm-hmm. And you go somewhere, you see one shirt, you look for the rest of them because, and you see Paul, everybody have on a shirt from I buy. So I always tell Paul, I have to buy about 10 shirts. Because him always used to tell him, Buju never have nobody to give him anything. Buju used to wear Paul clothes.
And him end up kill the man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you ever get the chance to confront him about it?
No, I don't. I can't confront him about it, and right now I don't want to, because
No. When I say I'm not saying no. I'm talking back then.
No, I don't. I don't look in his direction.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I refuse to look in his direction.
Mm-hmm.
But say go.
So his baby mother Lana too?
No, I don't know them.
Oh, you never? Okay, just Buju. So you met with anyone that too?
I have seen him, but we've never spoken.
Oh, okay. Because it just evil though, what he has done to
Yeah, he destroyed those boys because they had to marry and had to raise those two boys by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just painful. In fact, it is still painful. Very painful. But that's all right.
So what else Paul told you about the relationship between both of them?
Who, him and Buju?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the last part, he stopped speaking to Buju, because when Buju didn't give him the royalty check, he came to me about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, let him keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a CD, and he gave me the CD, which I have the CD now,
mm-hmm.
with his music on it. And I know that Buju pirating all Paul's stuff and getting his royalties and all these things.
So you have Paul's original work that Buju had plagiarized it?
I have some of it, yes.
So what? So okay. So when the son them can take legal action against him and get all of the money because he's a thief then. So that's why I'm not having it. That's why I'm not having it song anymore, because he's not a writer.
Exactly. And his boys are not going to do it, because you see this murder for hire thing down in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Good a time as any, but they can't do it now because they're down there. They will be targeted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But boy, and the thing about it, Paul was so loyal to Buju. And when him thump Paul in the mouth, him thump out Paul's teeth,
Mm-hmm.
And then he bought.
He thumped Paul in his mouth?
Yeah. Thump out him teeth. And then he gave him the money to get the teeth, and then Paul said him go over there one day. I was doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And he took it because it was uncomfortable. And him said, Buju, teeth it back. I just shake my head. Buju is a horrible person.
Evil man.
And like you said, Paul was a writer. And how I know that Paul was writing the song, before Paul came, like I said, Paul is not my mother's child.
Mm-hmm.
Paul came to live with us when he was 10. And he came from his grandmother's house, his mother's mother, in Westmoreland.
Oh, his mother. Oh, Paul. So where's Paul's mother? She's still alive?
She died. She died. Paul was about 8, 9.
Oh, okay.
That's how Paul came to our house. His older sister, who has subsequently died, she brought Paul to the house. But she brought Paul to the house thinking, them little sly, dirty man She brought him, put his clothes in a grey shopping bag and that kind of nastiness.
Mm-hmm.
And the day I was at the gate because I had sent my little sisters to the stadium. That was the day when Count Ozzy died. You probably don't remember that incident. Count Ozzy from Mystic Revelations of Rastafari, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or Buju, he died. And his baby son Jermaine died the same day with him. And they had the stampede at the stadium. Remember that time? And some children got killed?
Mm-hmm.
That day, my little sisters asked me permission to go to the stadium, and I gave them permission. And what blew our minds with the whole thing was my two little sisters were English because my parents were away in England. And so when I took it upon myself to send them to the stadium the day, listen to me, all happened, it came on the radio. I think 4 children died. And I swear my two little sisters were in them 4 children. Because my little sister, English people quirky.
Yes.
So me said, Lord have mercy, them can't survive that stampede. And so I was standing at the gate looking out to see if a bus would come with them or a taxi. And this girl came up to me in a taxi. And she came out the car and she said, Mr. Hutchinson is here. And I almost said to her, you don't see his car, so obviously he's not here. And she said, hold this for him until him come. And she gave me the bag and I took the bag. And then she went back to the car and she tell Paul to come out. She used I never forget it, our index finger and said, come, and take him out of the car. And then she just jumped back in the car and drive away and leave Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what the hell? And he started to cry. And I said, come here. I was 16, he was 10. 9 going on 10. I said, come here. What is your name? And he said, Paul. I said, Paul what? He said, Paul Hutchinson. I say, you know Daddy? He said, yes, it's my daddy too. I said, come inside. You hungry? I said, come. You live here now. This is your house. And that was it. Him just took on to me. And I remember the evening, my parents were out and they came back. And my dad was miserable, arguing with my mom. I said, you know what? You need to not say anything because we have a package inside. He's 10 years old and his name is Paul Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have to figure this out. So whatever it is that happened with your mom, you need to let it go. And he was like, what? I said, yes. And my mom came in and she saw me and she said, I tell you guys, don't let children stay here too late and watch TV. I said, Mommy, this one isn't going anywhere. This one belongs to us. She looked at me and said, it's Daddy's son. And she said, little boy, what's your name? And him jumped behind me, I said, it's okay. And just like that, Paul came in the family. And when my mom, she said, this is all she brought? I said, yep. My mother turned to my father and said, tomorrow we got to go shopping for him.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
So it's just one shot alone Paul got in his
one shot through the esophagus.
How old was he then?
He was 30, 40.
And he at the time he was around Buju from the 90s.
Yes, when Buju started, he and Buju went to what them name and Penthouse, the Donovan Jermaine.
So Donovan Jermaine came to Sebastian funeral?
I think so, yes. He heard about the funeral the morning of the funeral, and he came dressed. He didn't even come dressed per se, but he said he heard about the funeral and he was on the road and he was not going to not come. He had to come and say something. And I remember Anthony Red Rose was at the funeral too.
Why is an evil man though?
Yeah, man, very evil.
For him to kill the man just like that.
Just like that. That's what you call bad mind. Yeah. Yup. So what I wanted to know now, could any legal action be taken against Buju with it?
The only thing, well, look here. Well, if you have the seed, the recordings them of Paul originally that he had stolen, you can pursue him. You can pursue him here in America, you know, because you're a part of Paul. You're Paul's sister. Because he had given you them. That means he had handed over these recordings to you. So it's yours. You understand what I'm saying? And he's no longer here. So anyone publish them, them supposed to pay you. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes, you understand. So you can pursue it for his children, because you are their aunt. And I understand that you're still grieving because he's your favorite brother. And it's just evil on his part at what he has done, and these people think that they're, he think that he's some god, you know what I'm saying?
I know. And then because what I did, I called South Flow about it, And
what happened?
I did something with South Flow on it. And oh boy, can I tell you how they treated me? Oh, what's she getting out of this?
So for did he publish it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, man, continue.
Yes, so they were like really carrying on. I was shocked. I that's when I understood how much, ratings he got per se. And how disgusting Jamaican people are.
Oh, they were what? They were eating out against you because you're talking the truth?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's how Jamaican people are, you know that they are more criminal minded people, and they see it, as because your brother dead, he died, it's like nothing's wrong. You understand what I'm saying? And just suck it up. They don't believe in justice, but we at the Jamaica Young Police, we're not gonna rest. You must get justice because this man kill your brother and everything that happened, and it's based on what he has done because he had stole, allegedly he had stole, because they say it's not only Paul alone, because he had stole even music from a guy by the name of Remed. Driver, that's the one that he got the Grammy for.
That's the last song.
Yes, Driver. And he stole it from the guy, and you understand what I'm saying?
I heard that too,
And then he pretend as if he's this nice person. I just, there was just something about him. I'm the kind of person, I normally, as me as a former detective, I normally can sense people when they are genuine or they are law-abiding citizens, I was never, like how some police, them, because somebody are artists, them try to friend them. I wasn't that kind of person.
But that's Buju. And I heard he operated one of the biggest car stealing rings down there, you know.
Yes, yes, that's true. Allegedly, with a guy by the name of Danny Fisher, because they even robbed his girlfriend, you know, Kim.
But that's the Jamaica. You know, I'm writing a book, you know, and it's called Let the Healing Begin. And in it I cataloged where how Jamaica got to where it is now.
Well, everything started in 19. We were coming back as a country, you know, after the 1980 election. Until 1989, when Michael Manley won the election, that's when everything started to go AY. Michael Manley is a man Michael Manley as Prime Minister, he was a criminal. Michael Manley was a criminal supporter and a criminal-minded person. Michael Manley never loved black people, you know, among love power. But black people, they are smitten by it because he, you know, well-spoken and all of that. And he was a very charming guy. But they must understand that, you know, the devil, at times, you know, the devil is the most charming person, you know. Because remember
I lost all hope and everything in Jamaica and Michael Manley, especially in 1980 when
they killed your parents.
No. It wasn't even my parents. It was a Top Hill shooting in St. Elizabeth.
Oh, yes. And you know that, yes, and one of the police that was involved in that shooting died last year, you know. His name is Ironside.
And he killed those two boys. And one of the kids, the kid who lived, testified about the man with the pearl handle gun. And the man with the pearl handle gun was Michael Manley. I rest my case.
Well, it's sad though, you know, and to date Paul children, it's only 2 boys he had, right?
Only 2 boys.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what kind of heart he has, this man. Yes, you can see that Paul. You know, based on the things that Paul's sister is saying, you can see that they were very, very close. And Paul is from a very loving family. So that's the reason why Paul's sister, you know, the hurt is it's palpable. It's like yesterday. Because Paul's situation is very unique, very rare. A Jamaican stepmother or a stepmother per se would embrace and arms up her husband child that is out of wedlock and hug and take that child as hers, as the stepmother, and raise him with love. So you know that this guy is from a very, very loving family. And all of these things that this man have done to destroy this man's life. But although he has taken Paul's life, you know, not directly, but indirectly. Because you've heard, because Shaggy from It Wasn't Me, Shaggy have knowledge about the killing of this man. Because he was in Dubai and, you know, people that were there that knew Paul, they were talking about it. Because we tell you, that's how killers are, you know. So Gilly Priest and his son were boasting about how they killed him. But little did they know that they were coming. Because that's how it is, you know. There's no honest criminals. So that's the reason why, in the end, they had to take their lives to to keep them silent, to shut them up. That's how it works in the criminal underworld. You understand? It's really sad. And I can tell you, listening to her, and, if you're not a person, if you're not a human being, and at times when you hear some story and you don't get emotional about it, it's because you don't have a soul. Yes. People always think that police and all, especially detectives who used to be on the front line, we're not talking the paper, we're not talking the paper tiger, we're talking detective. You know what I'm saying? Like the Tom Levine, the Keith Trinity Gardners, the Isaiah Lang, and Dodger Kenny, no longer here, may his soul rest in peace. And Tony Fry, may his soul rest in peace. Heidel, Dalphy Graveney, John Gaz, and we can't go on. We're not talking about thief, and we're not talking Kelso Small, we're not talking about thief in police like Cowboy and Ox. We're not talking about those Paracamera as well here. Although them America, but we're not talking about the thief them. You understand? So it's just one of those broken heart thing. So we have come to the end of part 3. So you'll get part 2, part 4 tomorrow at the same time. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. And I appreciate you guys tuning in, listening to the series of Buju Banton. And we can tell you we have so many more stuff coming. So you just stand by. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.